Welcome to this website critique video, which hopefully will be part of a series. Now in this video we're going to analyse a viewer's website and we're going to look for 5 ways in which we can improve it, and hopefully that will benefit your website too if you have similar issues. Also stick around, because at the end of the video we're going to reveal a tool that will help you see how Google views your website and whether it's mobile friendly or not. So we look forward to joining me in the rest of this video. Hi, I'm Zane from Zanet Design, and I help businesses like yours grow on the web. I try and use my 20 years of experience to help small businesses and entrepreneurs really benefit from their online presence. So if you haven't done so already, subscribe down below and make sure you don't miss anything. Maybe even clicking that bell means that you'll get notified next time we have another critique website or we update the YouTube channel with further ways to help you. Now, most businesses are keen to get their businesses up and running straight away. And one of the first things they do, of course, is put a website together, which is the right thing to do. But how often do they revisit it, or do they then look at it and get an expert to look at their website for them to give them a critique or maybe some audits really on their website as to how they can improve it and what they need to do to perhaps focus on getting the best efforts and improvements on their website? Well, today that's what I'm going to do. I'm taking one of my viewers' websites and I'm going to critique it, and we're going to do it together so you can learn from what we look at together. If there's anything there that you can learn from to do with your website, then hopefully that will benefit you too. And constructive criticism sometimes can be difficult to follow, but hopefully what we look at together will be useful, and also we'll point out some positive things about the websites as well. So let's look at it together now. We're looking at Brillo Oven Gleam, and we're going to see how this website works. So first of all, I'm just going to start by going to the website. It's Brillo, brillovengleam.co.uk. Okay, so our viewer's website is called Brill Oven Gleam. So let's just go to Google first of all. If we just type this in, Brill Oven Gleam, and then we'll see what comes up. And then we'll give some critique on this. Okay, so this is good. Straight away I can see that they've got some type of branding here in the middle, Brill Oven Gleam, and it tells us exactly what it is, a professional oven cleaning service. So that's always a good start. So it's got a nice background image, and it says professional, friendly, caustic, free oven cleaning service. Let us revive your kitchen centerpiece and leave it gleaming. So that's good, and a nice booking image or button straight away. So if I click that, that takes me through to a contact page. Book your oven in for a Brillo Gleam, and there I've got a contact form to book in. So that's a kind of a good start. Let's just go back to the home page, Joe. And looking at some positives. The positives are, first of all, that you've got it clear as to what it is they do and what action they want me to take. We've got a nice red button here as well, which helps me to know exactly how to book. So from that point of view, there's some good straightforward stuff. Maybe a little bit down the page. It could be perhaps a bit further up, but that's all good. Looking at the navigation though, I have to say it looks quite small. So start here, homepage, blog, so on. Let's just go to start here and see what that takes us into. Okay, so this tells me that what they do and a bit of history. So it's like an about us page really. The fact that they avoid using toxic chemicals is a USP, so that's good to see. Yes, I can see that's kind of more like a blog really, because it looks like on here there's a blog. So maybe that's a few things here. Maybe looking at the blog itself, there's May 2019, which is probably when the website was started, but there's no regular input for blog or news, but it's probably not the type of thing you're going to talk about particularly often, but it's useful from an SEO point of view. Obviously having a blog with lots of posts will encourage extra traffic. So it looks like the first blog there was to get a 25% discount because of our launch, which was good. I assume if I click on that, it takes me through, which it does. I'd like to offer you 25% discount, and yeah, that's good. So there's a kind of a nice set. Maybe that could be on the home page as well, or maybe it is. Let's have a look. If we go down the home page, who are we? What others are saying about us? Okay, so the testimonials probably need to be looked at. So that's probably the first thing I'd say is if you're going to have testimonials on the page, if I'm making a note of the 5 things, always have up-to-date testimonials if you can. That would be the first point I think I'd certainly say would need looking at. So I've made a note of that. Let's go back to the home page. What else do we notice on here? Actually, one of the things that stands out is if I look at the top here, it says home page, and then there's nothing else. Now this is a massive area of SEO issues. To say home page here in the top left tab, and then have nothing to do with oven or oven cleaning service in the title, means that from an SEO and search engine point of view, particularly if you're after traffic, natural traffic in Google, then that needs to have at least something there that suggests it's to do with oven cleaning services. So that's quite a straightforward title tag, or if you've got Yoast plugin, you can do that too. So I would say that's the second thing, is just make sure you've got a title tag for SEO purposes. So we'll review that again a bit later, but let's just continue down the home page then. So who we are, the testimonials aren't actually helpful. Why book with us? So these are good. So we've got it's caustic free, friendly and flexible, fuss free, family friendly. So those are some good reasons. Maybe the balance of the page looks a little bit unusual with nothing else. So if you had some testimonials here, some live ones, that would kind of balance the page up nicely. Okay, now we've got the services themselves. So there's about 9 services they do, which is good to see. But immediately these images, they just look a bit small, don't they? If I click on them, there's nothing there. So they're good images in the sense of like, as a double oven, there's a single oven, but not helpful at all because I can't actually see what these images are. So I think I would either have these as icons and get them designed as icons, or I'd have some much larger images to go with the text. So it's great that the text here is a really good size compared to the menu text. So this is really nice and readable. The menu text, which is even more important to navigate around the website, isn't readable. So text size is perhaps another thing, and image size. So just consider getting those two balanced out, text size and image size. Good. Okay. Now going down the page, we've got Brillo Oven Gleam results. So that's again a nice image. What our customer's saying. And again, I think that's just tied up with the fact that there's no testimonials at all. So that actually, it'd be better off not having it on there until you've got some testimonials. Then we go back to the Brillo Oven Gleam. So again, your branding's coming through, which is good. And recommend a friend, you get a 10% discount. So it's interesting, you got a 10% discount off your next oven if you do book. You get a introductory, was it 15% or 25%? Back here when you make a booking. So it may be some consistency, or certainly not overdoing the discounts, so it doesn't look too desperate. But that's good. Brillo Oven Gleam latest news, and we've just got the one news item. So a little bit like the testimonials. If you're not going to regularly update your testimonials or your blog, then you're probably better off without them. And then we've got your Facebook, Instagram and email, which is good. And you've then got the booking form again, which I assume is the same as the contact page booking form. Then you've got a mobile, which is good. And you've got the email address as well, which actually you can make that clickable. If that was clickable, then someone could just email you straight through. So that's good as well. Okay, good to see that it's secure. So if I go to the top of the page, I can see we've got a security. So you're using HTTPS, which is good, which is essential these days for browsers. So we're on the home page. Start here. We've seen it gives an introduction, an about page of the blog. We've seen here with a 25% discount. So that's perhaps is that limited? It's just during May, I think it is. So maybe that's come to an end, but maybe updating the blog would be good. Pictures. Okay, so here, okay, so you'd expect to have a gallery under pictures, and here you've just got one oven. So again, if you've got some on Instagram, why not bring them over to the website as well, because people are expecting to see pictures plural and they get one picture. So it'd be good to just update that with a few pictures. Testimonials, well, I think that really needs to be removed unless you add testimonials to it. Pricing. So this is good to see that you've got transparency here. So transparency is always good. Single oven, double oven. So these are kind of similar to, I think, what you have with those icons or the pictures, but now they're without the pictures. But you've got the prices as well, which is great. That's good. Always free. That stands out. That will get people interested. And barbecues. Book your oven clean. And that goes through to the contact page as well. Okay, so they're all kind of heading to the contact page. So these buttons are really good. I like the fact that you're doing that. Pricing, we're seeing contact, and then that's contact page. Good. So that is kind of the overview of the website. Let's just look at a few other things as well that I like to do when I do an audit or when I critique a website. If I was to type in Brillo oven Gleam, let's just see if you've got a Google business page. Yes, you have, so that's really good. So you know, see on the right hand side, Google knows about you. You've told it that you're a cleaner in Southampton. I assume there's no section there. You've got a review as well, so maybe that review could go on your testimonial. You've got your opening and closing times, so that's really good, and your phone number as well. And again, it's so important to get these consistent. So I assume that the 121 ends, is that the same as your let's just have a look. Where was your yeah, so that's the same number there. Very good. So you want to make sure that when you have a listing on Google, that everything's consistent, same addresses, same opening times, same postcode, and that just tells Google that you are consistent, that you're not someone who's here today, gone tomorrow, but you're around. You've got your review there and your Instagram and Facebook as well. So that's all good to see that you've got all that. People can get directions, they can go to the website from there too. Okay, and I can see here that you've got some links from other sites as well, so that's good to see, and good. One of the other things as well that's always important is just to get an idea as to how Google sees your website. I did some research to find out that there are 3 keywords. So again, this is more from a search engine optimization point of view, but gleaming cleaning is your big kind of word. There's 170 people that are searching for gleaming cleaning. So the fact you are gleam and you're clean, there's a good chance that they'll find you. But you're about position 80 in Google at the moment on that. Oven gleam, so there's not so many searching for that, about 10, and you're in position 57. And Gleam UK jobs, well, I don't know if that's going to fit, but what you really want to aim at through blogging and writing articles is using perhaps those words like gleaming, cleaning, oven, and no doubt you'll then be able to capture some extra traffic over time through that. So that's a kind of more of an SEO point of view. From a page speed point of view, it's a really slow loading website. So the host seems quite slow, the data is quite slow to load. I checked that and it got a 9 out of 100 on a mobile page speed test, and on desktop it got 33 out of 100. So there's quite a lot of room for improvement when it comes to loading. It could be to do with the image sizes, and in fact sometimes with images they get resized. Let's just have a look. So if I was to take that image, let's just inspect it and see. So if I now open it up, let's go there. Bear with me. If I just grab that image, let's see what the true size of your image is. Oh, okay, here we go. Here's the problem. So you've got a massive image, 3,920, and you've made it into that size there. So that's not good at all. So what's happening is your page is taking ages to load 9 images that can't even be seen. And that's really, really badly ranking your website. So there's a real trick here, that with a little bit of photoshopping, get this cut out, make it look really cool, get a really sharp image maybe made from that. I mean, that is a huge image. I mean, that's the actual size. I mean, as you can see, it's absolutely huge. And it's having to load that to produce a thumbnail that you can't see. Even if you just clicked on these and it opened a new image, then that would be good. I would aim for something like an 800 by 600 image. At the moment you've got 3920 by 2204, which is huge, and that is really affecting the speed of your website's loading. And Google will rank you badly if it loads poorly, because it doesn't want people to sit there using loads of data on a mobile just to get these images loaded that they can't see. So that'd be a really good idea. So that would be another big thing to consider, is making sure that the image sizes load correctly and are optimized correctly too. So that'll be good. Okay, so what else can we look at then that will benefit you? Well, I was just going to also, this was promised at the beginning of my video. How do you know if a website is user-friendly or mobile-friendly in Google's eyes? And this is a tool. It's at, so if you go to search.google.com, then it's /test/mobile-friendly. So you can see, I'll put the URL in my comments below. Then here you can just test any website. So I'm just going to put your website in. Let's go for that. Brillo Oven Gleam. And this will tell me whether it's mobile friendly or not. And you have to have a mobile friendly website these days, unless people just will not visit. Over 50% of people now will look at websites on their mobile. So as much as your website needs to be optimized to be fast for mobiles, we just need to make sure that it is mobile friendly too, which I would imagine it is. It's quite modern. It's a modern theme using WordPress by the looks of things. So as you can see, the test and the speed is quite slow at loading. There you go. So as you can see, it is mobile friendly, which is good to see, though it does have page loading issues. I imagine, yeah, it's partially loading it. It's got so many things that are slowing it down. So I mean, that again is important to look at, is to make sure. But yeah, I mean, it's mobile friendly, but looking at the mobile picture, the screenshot here, it's not showing a great deal. It does need some work on it, there's no doubt about it, but at the end of the day it's saying it is usable in a mobile, which, I mean, if you're not getting a usable mobile website in Google's eyes, then you're in real trouble. So it's good that it is mobile friendly. But that's a tool, a bit of a bonus tool there for you to consider then, everyone, is check your websites. If you go to search.google.com, test mobile friendly, I'll put the URL below, and make sure that your website is mobile friendly. But this has been enjoyable looking at Brillo Gleam's website. Hopefully this has been useful for them. This is the start of a series of websites reviews that I'm doing for various people. So if you want your website reviewed by me, then please just put a comment below in the comments below and let me know, or you can go to my website and you can fill out a form there. I'll put a link to how you can fill out the form there too. But you can see how to check that Google views you as mobile friendly. We've seen how to do that. I'd mentioned there'd be 5 action things then that I'd give Brillo and Gleam to do if they were to spend some time after this audit looking at what I'd critiqued on them and what would benefit them. The first one then, what I'd say, would be to add the testimonials. The second one would be to consider the SEO from the point of view of the title tag in the top of the page. So at the moment there's nothing there, it just says contacts, it just says home. There's nothing there that tells them what's needed there. The third would be the text size on the navigation. It's just too small compared to some of the other writings and text that you've got there. The fourth thing would be to get these images loading correctly, because they are far too small. And then, as we saw, they're far too big as well. And then finally, it would be to remove these testimonials and also the blogs. So remove the blogs really would be the fifth one, as we mentioned testimonials. Remove the blog until you've got either regular news or you've got several news items. And when you do the news items, obviously then make sure that you optimize to some of those words we mentioned, like gleaming and oven cleaning. and in that way then you'll start to inherit some decent traffic as well. But well done with the fact you've got it on Google My Business, the fact you've got it mobile friendly, but there's the 5 things that I would consider need looking at urgently. So thanks for your time. Thanks for all you viewers listening to me. As I say, if you want your website audited, then make sure that you subscribe, put a comment below, put a thumbs up if you like this, put a thumbs down if you think I was too harsh, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Thanks.